All right, Mindy. Oh, we made it. We 4th of July.
We are in New York. We are in line at Katz Deli.
Yep, we are. I'll turn here, and it's quite a bit of a line to get in, as you can see, but we're looking forward to trying it. Oh, and I didn't really get any footage this morning of our flight in, or the stuff this morning, because my memory card wasn't working. We had to pick up another memory card for this.
Yeah.
But we're good to go now, so we should be able to show you the rest. And we're going to try and do the fireworks tonight, right?
We are, yeah.
So I'll show you what we get over here at the deli once we get in. We've probably got another 20 minutes or so. What's he making? Got some onions. Got some onions on the grill. Hot dogs. All right, so food got here.
It did.
Yep, it took a little bit, but it got here. And what do we got, Mindy?
I got turkey on their club roll. And then you got
And you got it cut in half and half again to split with the kids. And then I've got the pastrami on rye. Looks really good, and I got mine divided to split too. Oh, let's get yours. Come on, Brandon. All right, so we are right outside our hotel here. And we're heading to get some caffeine. It was a super early morning, and we didn't really sleep too good at the hotel near the Orlando airport. There's a lot of noise there at night. And we ended up getting up about 2:15 to get over to the airport to make our flight here. So we've been going for quite a while, and we got fireworks tonight, so it's going to be a long night. So we're going to get caffeine. All right, Mindy, so we are at the official ADA viewing area for tonight's fireworks. That is the Brooklyn Bridge there in the distance that you can see. The fireworks are basically supposed to be launching off that bridge, and then a couple barges that are out there in the water right there. So we actually have a really good viewpoint. And then we got the Manhattan Bridge right behind us here. And this is a closed off softball field for us.
The subway runs underneath it, so it's a bit noisy.
Yeah, it actually runs up top. I've seen it run through up there.
Oh.
But yeah, we've got a nice little grass area that we can sit in. Boys are back there.
There's cops everywhere, which is nice.
Yeah, so it's going to be hectic getting out of here, but we're going to enjoy the show.
And I've already spotted their drones.
Yeah, they get a drone up in the sky, you're right. So we'll enjoy the show and then maybe get some pizza afterwards.
Yeah.
All right. So we are on the Staten Island ferry, and it's just a good way to be able to see the Statue of Liberty. Going right by. Alright, Mindy, so we've had a pretty busy morning. We went and had bagels, did the 9/11 memorial.
We did, yeah.
Then went and saw the Statue of Liberty off the Staten Island ferry.
Right.
And we got a bit of a late start, so now we're doing a bit of a late lunch. And we'll do a late dinner. So,
yeah.
Where are we at now?
We are at Cafe Napoli. We saw
This
some
is
videos.
in Little Italy.
In Little Italy, right. Pretty cool.
So we got some
they were
outside.
booked up inside, and it was kind of tight inside wheelchair-wise.
Right.
So we're outside, and it's not too bad today.
No, it's a nice day, a nice area out here. All right.
Hi.
We got some bread, huh? That's nice. Thank you. All right, so what did we get?
We got fettuccine alfredo, got cheese ravioli, and you got meat lasagna.
Right.
We're gonna split it.
So we're gonna split 3 dishes 4 ways. Should be pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. It's a little warm out here, but it's nice.
Yeah, waiting for the black to
A little noisy.
And I'm waiting for that breeze to kick back in again.
Right. So I ride the motorcycle down the closed-off street here. All right, so we got our food here, and it has been divided. So you've got your fettuccine alfredo. We got some cheese ravioli and some lasagna. So we split it all up, and the boys are getting a bit of each. And I'm doing some lasagna, and I got some ravioli in there, and you're doing the ravioli and the fettuccine. All right.
Yep,
You guys ready to eat?
we are.
Yeah, I think the boys are ready. Let's eat. All right, so we're still in Little Italy. We finished lunch, late lunch, and we are on our way to the Cannoli King. Get some dessert, which is right there.
By way of the Christmas store.
Well, the Christmas store is after the Cannoli King, so let's do the Cannoli King first.
No.
Or did you want to do the Christmas store first?
I would prefer to do the Christmas store first.
All right, as long as we get my cannoli before we leave. All right, well, let's go and check out the Christmas shop first. All right, so we are at the Cannoli King, so naturally Mindy got
Gelato.
strawberry gelato.
Strawberry gelato, yes.
But I've got my cannoli, and I got one to split with the boys. They'll try it. They look good.
Yep.
All right, let's enjoy. All right, Mindy, where are we at?
We are at John's Pizzeria waiting on mine. It's John's on Blecker Street.
We have 4 total.
4, yes.
Sorry.
In the front of the line here,
We
waiting
are.
to be seated at John's.
Yeah.
John's on Blecker Street. Looks good. Any place with a line's usually pretty good.
That's true.
All right. All right, so we are inside and out of that line.
We are.
A nice little small place,
It is.
but pretty nice in here.
A lot of photos up on the walls.
Yeah, a lot of celebrity photos on the wall. Yep. So what did we order?
We got a large pepperoni, extra cheese, and sausage.
And I ordered a local beer. I'll show you when it gets here. You want Jonathan pizza? What about you, Brandon? Pizza? You want pizza? Yes? All right, well, sorry guys, I forgot to take a picture of this before we started serving it out. But we haven't actually eaten it yet. We just got it on our plate. So this is the pizza we ordered. It's a large pepperoni with extra cheese and Italian sausage.
Yep.
You look good, guys? Look good? What about you, Brandon? You ready? All right, well, let's see. All right, guys, so did you enjoy it? Was it good? Did you like it? What was your favorite today? Was it the pizza or the lunch? The Italian food you had at lunch or pizza?
Did you like the pizza or did you like the Alfredo? The Alfredo?
Yes, we are done with that.
Really good.
Thank you. So you like the Alfredo today, huh?
The
I think
pizza
the
was
pizza was
really
better than
good.
the Alfredo, but
Yeah, pizza was really good.
what about you, Brandon? What did you like best today? Which one? The lasagna, the pizza, or the cannoli? Which one? Lasagna? Okay. Oh, I'm striking out. What about you?
That's hard because it's like 2 different categories
Yeah.
in the same family. You can't do that.
It was all Italian food.
Yeah, but you got pasta and then you got pizza.
I definitely like the pizza better than the
Pizza was really good. But see, you don't like Alfredo. If you did, you wouldn't really like this. It's the best
The
I've
sauce,
had.
their sauce at lunch was really good.
It was really
And
good.
that was also some of what made this pizza so good, was the sauce.
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah, so you could definitely taste the difference in the sauce more than anything else.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to be heading back to the hotel pretty soon. So. All right, Mindy, so where are we at?
We are at St. Paul's Cathedral.
I think it's St. Patrick's. I don't really know.
Oh yeah, you're right, St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Right.
It's very pretty in there. A lot of architecture and stuff in there. You didn't go in, I did. So we will insert pictures to be seen. very pretty.
Right?
Very busy in there.
Yeah, it looks like there's some people protesting in front about something. I don't know. They're either mad at Palestine or something. I don't know. But, all right, well, let's keep walking. We got a little bit of time till top of the rock.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Long.
All right, Mindy, what'd you find?
I found a sloth.
You got a sloth.
Each of these pets, you can adopt them, and they come with official adoption papers.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, all these animals, it's not just this one, but all of them are so soft.
Yeah. Well, where are we at?
We're at FAO Schwartz.
Okay. Well, let's follow the boys around and see what they find. Brandon, show me the store. Let's go. Go look. What do you see?
There you are. And then there's two that glow in the dark and everything because on the rod, you also have a black and white. And they glow super bright in the dark. So that's great, my friend.
What'd you find? Is that poo?
You can use small, medium, super long.
Remember to keep swallowing.
Welcome to Top of the Rock. 3 levels of inspiring views and exciting experiences await you.
Come on, guys.
Thank you.
Right this way, enjoy.
All right, you don't need my hand here. Come on, let's follow Mom. See how high up we are? The Central Park over there?
Where?
Right in front of us, all that green.
Oh, yeah. Okay, duh.
What do you think, Jonathan? Huh? Hi, Brandon. No grumping.
Can you dance? Don't hit the glass toward him.
Yeah. You ready to go up?
Don't touch.
Yeah.
We're gonna go up.
Go up high. Yeah.
You can hold that.
All right.
would do that though.
Hmm?
Trying to put his head against that.
Yeah.
Woo!
Little spin there, huh? Hi, Jonathan.
Yes.
Grass.
Yep.
Is that grass or
Yeah,
herb?
it's like urban gardening.
Okay.
It's not for like dogs to go poop
Well, I
on.
think it might be.
Or maybe both.
Yeah, but for these,
It's like
some of them are really
it's like the
like-
circle.
like these giant
Circle life.
towers are all billionaire. Like
Right.
they call it Billionaires Row. And there's Central Park and the Met. See how big the Metropolitan Museum is? That
Which one is that? The
it's
one
that
on the
white
right
building
edge?
in the park.
Is it like on the right edge of the
Yeah,
park
on the
there?
right edge.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's huge.
Yeah, they're always changing stuff too.
Yeah, they are. So they get stuff from all over the world, like special exhibits and stuff.
We do DC a lot and all the Smithsonian museums
that's
there.
one of
so,
my favorite
yeah.
museums in New York. See that red one on this left side?
Okay.
That's the Natural History Museum.
Natural history, right?
It's awesome.
Okay.
I think they're changing a lot of stuff there too all the time.
That's where
Oh, they were changing
the
stuff.
planetarium's there too, right?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And the dinosaur bones.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So you notice they've got north, south, east, and west, right?
Oh, I didn't notice that. That's kind of
You
cool.
notice which way north is pointing?
Towards the north?
I'm just saying that's the direction. So we're kind of, where are we?
Well, I mean, it depends on which way you turn as to which way you're looking.
Right. Yeah.
4? All right, Mindy, so this is Central Park. There's a golden retriever for you.
Yeah. You're donkey.
Seen a lot of goldens out here. Little toy sailboats being sailed out here.
I'm not food. On the pigeon, I'm not food.
Oh,
Better to walk up to me.
a lot of squirrels and a lot of pigeons. We're in the Nintendo store in New York.
and put it in a cart.
Randy go, ah! Well, right here is the second floor. Got a bunch of people playing Mario Kart up here. All right, Minnie, so we just finished up the taping over there at the, what was it, Mark and Kelly Live?
Live with Kelly and Mark.
Right. What do you think?
I liked it. I'm kind of a little disappointed because Kelly wasn't there. There was another co-host for her today. But I got to meet Mark. Got a selfie with him.
Well, that's kind of neat.
That
So,
was cool.
where are we heading to? It's a little after 12.
Where are we going? Are we going over to the Ghostbusters?
No, let's pass in the Ghostbusters building. Let's go and get food.
Okay, so are we going to Sarge?
I'm good with that.
Okay.
All right, we'll shake you there. All right, so we've made it over to Sarge's. We got our order in.
We did.
So you're doing turkey again?
I am doing turkey again. I gotta compare apples to apples there, you know.
All right, I'm doing pastrami again on rye. We'll split that with the boys.
We are, and then I also ordered
Some French fries.
feta fries. Yeah.
Yep. You got your selfie with Mark back there at the taping, so we'll have to put that in the video.
Yeah, Kelly wasn't there today,
You know.
but I did. I got to meet him and got a selfie, so that was awesome.
So who was the person that was sitting in her place?
Jenna, I believe you pronounce it Jawan. She used to be married to Shannon Tatum. They were on some dance show a long time ago, movie,
All right.
Step Up or something like that, where they met. But
Right.
and her daughter was there as well. So it was pretty cool.
All right, so just like Katz, they brought us pickles, but
Yes, but we also get
they've
coleslaw
also
here.
brought us coleslaw. So somebody was asking us about that when you posted the pictures of Katz, and
Yeah.
they didn't include coleslaw on the table, but
Not as complimentary, no.
right, but it looks like Sarge's does. All right, well, we're gonna have to try the pickles and see if they hold up how they are.
Yeah, I will let you know.
Right. All right, so how was the coleslaw? How was the
The
coleslaw?
coleslaw looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't had pickles yet, so I can't comment on that.
All right, well, the sandwiches and fries just got here, so let's see your
Turkey here.
sandwich.
I got the turkey
Pop
on
the top.
the...
Pop the top, let's see it. That's nice. Yeah. All right, and then there's the pastrami sandwich. Looks really good. And you got order of fries.
Yep,
All right.
okay.
Well, let's eat. All right, well, we are back. We just finished unpacking. We got laundry going. It was a late night flight, but we are home now. So what are your thoughts on New York?
Overall, I mean, it was a fun trip. We did a lot. I mean, it seems like it was on the go and several late nights. But I think we got a lot of things done that we were hoping to see. There's still some things that we missed out. But I had fun. What about you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So what are your thoughts on accessibility up there?
Okay, if we are going to compare, say, New York City subway to the DC subway thing, I'm going to tell you DC has it beaten as far as the actual subway. New York has the metro, which includes the buses as well, and the buses was much easier
Right.
as far as the accessibility, because on the subway, there were stops that were not accessibility.
And in Manhattan, there's only about 30% of the subway stations are wheelchair accessible. And those that are not labeled very well as far as where you need to go to get in, like an elevator.
Right.
And once you're in them, it's not always easy to find the elevator to get back out.
Yeah. Now, I will say, like in DC, all of their subways are wheelchair friendly.
Everyone, right.
So getting in any subway in DC, you can get in, not a problem. I did notice in New York subway, at the stops that were wheelchair accessible, you had to go to the center of the train.
Right.
And it kind of, you go uphill a little bit. It's like you
The platform
go
was raised just a little
Yeah.
bit to make it the same height to get on the train, right?
Yeah, so it's not like you could just get on.
Anywhere. Right.
Yeah. So if you're planning on doing the subway, just keep that in mind.
Right, but the buses were easy to navigate.
Yeah.
They came really frequently, and the system was easy to work, especially if you had like Google Maps on your phone.
Yeah.
You could turn on wheelchair accessibility there. You could set it for buses only or buses in the subway, and it did a pretty good job of telling us where we needed to go.
Yeah. And then when you get to the actual stop, you can also text to this number, the stop bus, I got, oh, what am I trying to say here? Kids interrupting.
The bus stops in New York have a sign up that you can text a phone number and a code, and it will tell you
Yeah.
when the next bus is coming.
Yeah, and then you can hit R for refresh, and it'll tell you, it'll keep updating on your phone for you. So if it's like 20 minutes away and you kind of want to know, just hit R on that refresh once you've sent it, and then it'll tell you like it's been, it's 13 minutes to go.
Right.
Yeah.
So overall, your thoughts on accessibility in New York?
If we're going to compare bus to bus, the accessibility was great. We didn't run into an issue.
I'm talking in general, hotel, restaurants, stores that you went into, getting around the city, restrooms.
Okay, well, I can't speak for restrooms and out and about because I planned ahead for that. I used it at our hotel before we left.
Right.
And our hotel was in a great location that we could stop if we were near Times Square. But the hotel itself, which we stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn, Times Square, central location, I liked it for the location, but I don't think I would stay there again.
No, there was a lot there that was weird.
Yeah.
When you first go in, there's a security desk right there as you come in, and then there's no hotel lobby.
No.
It's just a hallway that's about 5, maybe 6 foot wide, with 3 elevators in it. And you go to those elevators and go up 1 floor to the hotel lobby, which is also really just a small room with a hallway that's 6 foot wide.
Yeah.
Again,
So there was congestion frequently.
very tight getting around
Yeah.
other people on those elevators.
For sure, because the elevators were not very big. And then the room itself, you open the door and I had to kind of come over here to the side because the bed was literally right there. Now I understand New York
space is at a premium in New York, but
I get it.
that room shouldn't have been called accessible. It might have been on paper, but essentially all you could do is make a circle right there at the front door when we come into the room. And
Yeah.
the bed's right in front of you, so even that, like you almost had to do like 3-point turns to get around that.
Yeah.
If you opened up the bathroom door, you couldn't get to the counter.
You open the bathroom door and like the sink is there, and I mean, it's mounted, so I mean, you have the openness underneath, but it's like right there, so you kind of had to come in, but you had to turn, but you couldn't turn and go this way too far because now you've got the wall, so you kind of have to turn back a little bit, which the roll-in shower is there, which was great. It's a true roll-in shower, it didn't have the little thing to roll over. You had the shower seat that you flip down to sit on. But then the thing that irked me was the shampoo and the conditioner and the shower gel that are all complimentary that they mount to the wall. Once you're on the seat, it was directly behind me. So if you were by yourself, I mean, how would you?
You wouldn't be able to. And to be honest, if you were by yourself, if you were the type of wheelchair user that can get up and take a couple steps, you would have been okay.
Right.
But somebody in your scenario could not have gotten on the toilet on their own,
Right.
could not get into the shower on their own.
No. Because even to get over to the toilet, like I had to be very careful that I didn't back too far up because the sink was literally right there.
Right.
So, yeah. It was very tight. I would not stay there again.
No, but the location was great.
Yes, the location was awesome.
And the weirdest thing I thought in there, and it's stupid, I mean, this still worked fine. The weirdest thing I saw in there was the air conditioner in the Hilton Garden Inn, the screen that controls the air conditioner, said Courtyard by Marriott on it.
Right.
As far as I know, they're not affiliated in any way. I mean, it worked fine. It was just kind of weird to see that
Yeah.
on the screen.
Yeah, that was odd. And then the other thing is the safe in our room.
Yeah,
It was locked on day one, and I called down and asked him about it. And
No, we didn't call
Oh,
because
yeah, I
the
couldn't
phone
call.
also did not work.
yeah,
in
that's
the
right.
room.
Tried
We
to call
actually
them.
had to go down and fight the crowd to get to the lobby, and we did that on 3 different occasions.
Yeah.
Asking them to unlock that safe, and all 3 times they said somebody would be up in 5 to 10 minutes, and they never showed.
Yeah.
So
And
not
then the
one.
thing that got me is that, I mean, I know all hotels, they charge an incidental, and this was daily. But they also did, like, you get, it was, what was it, $35?
The $35 fee, they call it a destination charge.
Right.
It's very similar to a resort fee that you might see at some hotels, but they didn't call it a resort fee. And they charge that $35 and they give you a $25 credit on laundry per day and a $10 credit to their pantry per day, which, I mean, sounds good on paper, but if you go to the pantry, a soda is $8. And
Yeah.
so
And then
really
the
you
whole
can
thing
get a
with the
soda.
laundry. The laundry thing, it's not like you can just put all your dirty clothes in a bag and say, here you go. No, they give you a form and you have to pick what you want. If you want it dry cleaned or if you want it laundried, and it's per item.
Right, so like
And-
one pair of jeans was $20.
Right.
Well, $19, yeah.
Yeah, and then they charge you to fold it, they charge you to bag it,
And package it up, right.
and then if you want it like the same day, you have to get it down to them at 9 a.m. and you'll get it back like that evening. But yet they charge you for that on a Sunday,
Right.
but the laundry doesn't do on Sunday.
Yeah, it was very, very
Yeah,
kind of
it was
weird.
weird. So anyway.
I think it's one of those things that they offer it to you knowing that most people aren't going to take them up on it.
Right. So, yeah, unless you want to pay to express or overnight. But anyways, we ended up not doing that. They did have full laundry down there, but again, we didn't use it.
So if we go back, we'll look for a hotel in that area, but it'll be a different hotel.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the workers were nice. Don't get me wrong.
what about the
but
fireworks?
The fireworks. Compared to DC, the fireworks were better, I feel.
Right. Well, DC's weren't bad.
No, they weren't.
But New York puts
It
on a
was
better
like
show.
30 minutes long in New York.
Yeah. And I like the location that we got much
Yeah.
better in New York. They had a dedicated area for people with mobility needs and disabilities.
Yeah, there was an old softball field.
Yeah. It was a softball field overlooking the Brooklyn Bridge where they shot the fireworks off from.
Yeah.
And it was reserved just for you guys. It was not overly crowded at all. There's
It
plenty of room to
wasn't.
sit and
Yep.
see the show.
There was bathrooms right there if you needed them.
Right.
So that was nice.
Yeah.
Didn't have to go very far. A lot of police officers present.
Right.
And it was really only one way in and one way out.
Right.
And they had that blocked. So felt very safe. There were helicopters flying over. They had drones flying. Yeah, overall, yeah. And it wasn't, like, when it was time to go, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, we did pretty well getting out of there.
Yeah.
We did have to walk a pretty good ways, but we did pretty good.
Yeah, the fireworks were really amazing. They had them, like, shooting off of the bridge, shooting off of barges in the river. It was cool.
Yep. Okay. What about the food? What did you think on the food?
The food was really good. I mean, the pizza, which is what they're known for, we went to 2 different places. We both have our favorite. And then we went to the deli. We did, again, 2 different places.
Right.
And that was really awesome.
Yeah, we did Katz Deli and we did Sarge's Deli. And I definitely got to give it to Katz. I think theirs was better overall.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would do it again for sure. And then the pizza place that we did 2 of them, both of which were called John's.
Okay.
There was John's of Bleecker Street, and then there was John's in Times Square.
Right.
The one on Bleecker Street tasted more authentic to me. The restaurant seemed more of just an old school pizza place in New York. It was very tight, just old tables and
Yeah.
a lot of celebrities up on the wall that had
Yeah.
eaten there. And it was very good pizza. The
was
sauce
really
it was excellent.
Yeah, it was really good. Their pizza was awesome.
The one in Times Square it almost seemed like a touristy place. I mean, it's Times Square, so it was a touristy place. It was good pizza, but
I mean,
I'm
if that's the
glad
one
we
you
tried
get
the
to-
other one.
If that's the only one you get to, you won't be disappointed. I mean, it was still good.
Right, but it was, the one in Times Square was about as good as a good pizza here.
Yeah. I
The
mean,
one on Bleecker Street, I've never had a pizza like that.
Oh,
That was good.
It was good. Yeah, it was really good. And then we did, what was it, Cafe Napoli?
Yes, we did Cafe Napoli. That was the Italian food we did at lunch.
Their fettuccine alfredo was awesome.
Right. I had the lasagna. It was good. I prefer a smoother lasagna. They had chunks of things in the sauce and the cheese, little bits of carrot and onion and stuff. Which, it was good.
The
But
cheese ravioli was really good too.
I like it smooth, right? Yeah, the ravioli was really good. The cannoli that I had was outstanding.
The gelato I had was really good.
Right.
Yeah. We did serendipity.
Yes.
That was on my list to do. And it did not disappoint. We did the one in Times Square again because it was close to us.
Right.
But I went for just their classic frozen hot chocolate. It was good.
I thought it was good. I didn't understand the hype on it. It was a good milkshake.
It was good.
Okay, and then what about the activities that we did?
So that we did Los Tacos.
Yeah, we did Los Tacos number 1. It was very good. Kind of pricey for a taco. We only had like 1 taco each.
Yeah.
It was kind of pricey, but it was very good.
It was very good.
And what else? We did some New York hot dogs too. We did two different places. We did the Dirty Water Dogs right there in Times Square.
Not my favorite.
That wasn't the name. It was just a hot dog cart, but
The breadies or something like that. The breads, yeah.
right.
You see them everywhere.
And then you did the Hot Dog King there in front of the Met, where they grill on the flat top instead.
Those were definitely much better.
Yeah, I agree, much better.
We ended up doing the deal. It was like 2 dogs and a bottle of water for
$9.
$9.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad because it was 4 of us. So
Right.
we
Yeah,
did
so we got
that.
2 of those.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we did
Central Park.
a little walk through Central Park. Now I will tell you this: you have to be careful because we're walking through, and I'm like, "Well, which way?" And he asked me which way, and I said, "I don't care, whichever way you want to go." So he goes one way, I go that way with him. It led us to stairs.
Yeah, well, we rolled up a pretty big hill, climbed up a pretty big hill, and then you run into stairs. There was no way around for you. So you had to backtrack and go down a different path to get there. And as far as I could tell, the paths weren't really labeled for wheelchair accessibility.
They weren't. No, but they had the, was it like the fountain? And they had toy sailboats in there.
And they had a little lake with toy sailboats that people were radio controlling in there.
Yeah,
right.
that was pretty cool.
That was neat, yeah.
Yeah.
I understand why somebody living there would want to have Central Park as a tourist that has plenty of natural land here.
Yeah.
Like I don't see the appeal for a tourist, but for somebody that lives there, I get it.
Yeah.
So, what about all the other activities we did?
We did Top of the Rock.
Right.
That was fun. Getting to do the beam and the
Skylift. Right.
Yeah.
And they were running a combo on that, so it was only like $10 more. We had already decided that we were going to do the beam, and that was $25 per person. And if you wanted to do the Skylift, you got the beam for free, and that was $35 per
Yeah,
person.
so you got to do both.
So yeah, we did that.
So going that Skylift, that was pretty cool. And they take your picture up there too.
Right, and something that we found out before we went, it's not very well advertised or publicized, but if you're military or if you're a veteran, which I am, you get 50% off your entrance at Top of the Rock.
But you
can't do that online though. You have to do that in person.
Correct. So on our way back Saturday night to the hotel, we ended up going right by that area. So we just happened to dip in and get our tickets for the next day.
Right.
And we basically got our pick of time.
Yeah, it was the next day was wide open. There was only like 2 time slots that were sold out. Everything else was open.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
And we did some shops there in Times Square.
With
or in Rockefeller, right?
We did FAO Schwartz, which was pretty cool to see.
Right, and we did the Nintendo store as well. That was neat. And you got to see St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Yep. We also did the Lego store.
Right.
Which I'm glad we did the Lego store when we did, because when we came by later, there was a line for that.
Yeah, do that early if you don't want a line.
Yeah. St. Patrick's Cathedral was pretty cool to go in and see all of the different architects in there. It's very pretty. And then they have several different places that you can do offerings, like along the perimeter of it. There's like little alcoves.
For like the candles and stuff, right?
Like I noticed one was for St. Jude. Then you went to another one, and I couldn't make it out because there was somebody in my way. But it was very cool to see.
Right.
We did Staten Island Ferry.
Right, so we could see the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
So we didn't actually go to Liberty Island or Ellis Island, but you got a pretty good view from the Staten Island Ferry. And that was free.
That was free, yeah.
Right.
And then
What, about 20 minutes each way, you think?
probably, I mean, it was very breezy, so it's not like we were hot.
Right, yeah, you got a nice breeze out there on deck, and as soon as we got there, you were able to like turn right back around and get back on the ferry going back the opposite
Yeah.
direction, so we didn't have to wait.
Correct. That was interesting to watch how they do all that too.
Yeah, the ramps and stuff, the way they come down, right?
That was pretty cool. And then,
We did the 9/11 memorial that morning as well.
which was very humbling. One of the ponds was closed for maintenance, which I think you pointed out in the video.
Right,
But getting over to the south one, where the south tower was, that was, of course, working.
yeah, I'm not sure which was down and which one was up, but one of them was down for maintenance, the other one was working.
Yeah, so just seeing that, and it's really cool to see, but also humbling just knowing what happened that day.
Right, and you know, you're looking through all the names on the plaque and you see, you know, entire families that were wiped out on the flight and things like that.
Yeah, very sad.
You see the same last name 4 times and stuff like that. Yeah, it's
The other thing that I thought was really neat is that, and I saw quite a few while we were there, every day, they do this every day for them. If it's their birthday, they put a white rose on their name.
right, yeah.
Yeah, so that's really neat to see. And so if you walk by one and you see it, like you want to say happy birthday, even though, you know.
Right,
But I'm just reflecting, taking that moment to reflect. You know, we're here. We're grateful for that. And I mean, I know I looked at you and I about cried just because, you know, I go back to that day thinking of where I was, and I'm sure a lot of people do. It just makes you think.
yep. So what else did we do? We did the taping of your show?
Yes, we did. We did the taping for Live with Kelly and Mark. Kelly was not there yesterday, but I got to meet Mark. And I got a selfie with Mark at the end of the show, or end of the taping, I should say. But his co-host that sat in was Jenna Dewan. So that was kind of cool. Her daughter was there.
Okay.
But
I have no idea who any of these people were, but I enjoyed seeing all the tech behind it and you know,
yeah,
how it all worked. It was pretty neat to see.
you're a tech person though, so.
Right.
But yeah, so, I mean, it was really cool. So that was the ABC building where they do all the taping for the shows on ABC. So like the Jimmy Fallon show was taped there, which they weren't doing any tapings when we were there.
No.
The other one. But yeah, so it was cool.
All right. What did we miss out on? What did we want to do that we didn't get to?
Wait, you wanted to do Eileen,
Right. Well, I wanted to do some cheesecake, and we didn't get a chance to do that.
right? We wanted to walk the Brooklyn Bridge.
Right. Yeah, and I wanted to try one of the pizza places over in Brooklyn too, and we didn't get to.
The Roosevelt tram we had talked about.
Right. Yeah, we didn't get to do that one.
I would have liked to have done Ellis Island, but again, we couldn't do that with kids. And just the videos of the accessibility scared me.
Yeah, that depending on the tides, that ramp to get
Yeah.
on those ferries can be really steep.
And the biggest thing we wanted to do that we didn't get to do was a Broadway show.
Right, which would have been difficult with these
Yeah,
two as
keeping
well.
the kids entertained. So I had kind of given up on the thought of that, knowing that we had the kids with us this time. But I will say this, Times Square at night, it's a happening place. It's very busy. It's very crowded. It's a whole nother game.
Very
at
difficult
night.
for you to navigate your wheelchair through there at night, the way
Yeah.
it's crowded.
So when we had gotten done with pizza, rather than trying to navigate back through that, because we were going to go to Serendipity,
Well, we did have to navigate it through it to get to Serendipity, but from Serendipity back to the hotel, we went down 6th Ave instead.
Yeah, so we kind of took a little detour, which
made
was
it a lot
easier with the kid. Yeah. So, but man, let me tell you, talk about a city that never sleeps. They have Vegas beat.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts? You want to do it again?
I would do it again.
Yeah.
I know I want to do it again.
All right.
I would like to do a trip minus children to be able to do a Broadway, but one day.
Yep.
The other thing, they're driving there.
Right. We didn't have to drive.
No, we didn't have to drive, but we were passengers. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's very, very busy. In terms of wheelchair accessibility, though, in driving, there are a ton of wheelchair accessible taxis.
Yep.
Probably somewhere between 30 and 50% of the taxis we saw were wheelchair accessible.
I would say probably a little bit more than that, but
Yeah, it was.
like I said, I mean, they're everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, I looked and I'm like, wow, there's another one.
If you need a taxi and you stand on the street, you could hail a wheelchair accessible taxi in the next 5 minutes.
Less than that.
Yeah.
For sure. If there's not one there already.
Yep.
So, yeah, if you want to do taxis, which we did not do, just because we've heard that they're very expensive. But if that's not, concern for you, if you're wanting a wheelchair accessible taxi, there is no shortage. You'll be fine.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
And we'll see you next trip.
All right, bye.